So in this blank project, I am going to have some task. So like this, I have 5 tasks and also some duration. So now we will see like relationships for our task. So a relationship establishes the dependency between any two tasks. So tasks with dependency relationships are always linked together. A task that must occur before another task that we used to call as predecessor task. So the task that occurs later in this relationship, obviously we call it as a successor task. So any task can able to have multiple predecessors or successors. So Gantt chart will be showing this relationship lines running between the taskbars. So in between this taskbar, we also can able to have relationship lines that we will see now. So some dependency relationships are very simple and some relationships are much complex. So that depends on the like our project. Now I'm just going to use some shortcut. I'm just selecting everything. We can use this icon linking the task, Control F2. So when you hit Control F2 or clicking this, our task will be automatically linked. So the start and finish start, we are getting this kind of things. See, in predecessor, we are automatically having like for A2, the predecessor is A1. So here we can able to see it is in the number. So the number is important here. If you want to like assign any predecessor or successor, we need to consider these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, not the task names. So this is like a automatic linking, like link the selected task. If you want to like remove the task, and you can select it and you can use this icon. So unlink task for shortcut for the Control Shift F2. So when you click or Control Shift F2, it will automatically unlink the task. So we can able to see the relationship lines gone. So again I'm putting link, now the relationship lines came. So now we will see the types of dependency like in this relationships. For example, here we have predecessor for A2 task 1. So I'm just going to double click it and after in predecessor we can able to see the type here. So just click the drop down, we will be having 4 types. So finish to start. What it means like a finish date of the predecessor task determine the start date of the successor task. So by default, we will be having finish to start relationship for any task for automatic linking. And then we have start to start. So the start date of the predecessor task determines the start date of the successor task. And we also have finish to finish. So finish date of the predecessor task will determine the finish date of the successor task. And also we have start to finish. The start date of the predecessor task determines the finish date of the successor task. So this type is as simple as that. Whatever you want, you can able to select here. And here we can able to put lags. So lag in the sense it is the delay in any project or any task. So for example, if you need a 2-day delay between finish of one task and the start of another, you can able to establish a finish to start type here and you can able to specify number 2 here. So you want a delay of 2 days. So this is something called lag time. So we can able to put the lag time as a positive value like I just entered 2. So it became like a delay in our project, 2 days delay in our project. So click OK. Now we can able to see like how our Gantt chart getting updated. And we can able to see here like 1 FS which means 1 finish to start plus 2-day delay. And for the same for the next task we can able to put here. So you can use F2 and then you can able to edit it. So I am just going to put 2SS, so start to start, and then I am going to put a minus 2D, which means minus 2D in the sense it is something called lead. So lead time is a kind of overlap between tasks that have a dependency. In project, enter the lead time as negative lag time. So that's why I entered minus 2. For example, if a task can start when its predecessor is half completed, you can specify a finish to start dependency with the lead time of 50% for the successor task. That we will see. First, I'm just going to enter this. Now we can able to see here, like this task, we have 2 days before, like leading. Now a double click, and even here I can able to go, like I'm just going to select. So finish to finish, and then here I am just going to put minus 50 percentage and put enter and click OK. Even in percentage we can able to put. So it is like finish to finish, but 50 percentage leading. So this one I am going to edit again with the start to finish, and then I am just going to put plus 25 percentage, which means like it's a kind of delay. So we have like a start to finish, and also we have 25 percentage like a lag time. So for lag we need to put positive, and for lead we need to put negative. So the lead is normally called as negative lag. So we can able to see the information by double clicking also. So what we entered, we can able to see like updates in our Gantt chart. But here it is like a very small and we can't able to see properly. Then we can able to click the plus here. It is for zoom in. So when we are zooming in, and we can able to see that. See here, like we have 50 percentage leading, and then we have 25 percentage delay. See what we have entered here. It is like displaying here. So we also have another option in Gantt chart. So double click the relationship line. So we are getting this dialog box where we can able to see from like the task name, and then to the task name and the type of dependency for relationships we have, and also we have the lag or lead time. So lead you need to put minus here, only this one. So from double clicking this one we can able to put. So just double click it and we can able to see the informations, or we can directly put like this through keyboard, or double click here and you can able to like input the values from this task information dialog box.